in College Park, one of the 7 born here. His dad grew up in East Point, and his grandfather had a barbershop in the West End in the 1930s.
Hey, here I am at the S.C. Johnson Wax Building, built in 1936.
Listen, the reason I want to cover Frank Lloyd Wright is because he is America's greatest architect.
Well, here I am at Wing Spread, the apex of the prairie style.
And goes out and starts designing buildings in LA. This is his textile style or concrete building. Here's one right here that he designed for a oil heiress called the Hollyhock House.
In Los Angeles, looking at one of the 3 concrete textile buildings of Frank Lloyd Wright.
So he goes, I need to design in the modern palette. I'm being left behind. I'm a great architect and I don't really like modern stuff, but I'm going to design a beautiful building in the style of, I think this is the international style. Now this is the real international style. This is Philip Johnson built this and lived in it in Connecticut. So there is the international style. There's Frank Lloyd Wright's interpretation of the modern style. I mean the international style. So even with a boring style like that glass building, which is super famous, he was able to pull this out of his hat.
This is the Kaufman House behind me, 1948. This was built by Richard Neutra, who was a contemporary of Frank Lloyd Wright. But Frank Lloyd Wright built the Kaufman House called Falling Water in Pennsylvania. This is the Kaufman House here in Palm Springs. And the Kaufmans, who owned Kaufman Department Store, hired Richard Neutra to build their house here in Palm Springs, not Frank Lloyd Wright. Kind of interesting. This was Richard Neutra's design studio for all the mid-century moderns that we see in all the magazines for Southern California.